Alright guys, this is going to be a video on how to do soldering on Dean's connectors, and this is part 2 of the soldering video. As a lot of people have so the first thing you're going to want to do is on these bigger connectors is cut your own heat shrink, because the heat shrink they give you, this is the stuff that they give you, this is the stuff that I use. I just cut it out of a piece just like this, and this is going to be a lot better because this stuff right here is the same diameter as the wire. So when you go and try to slip this and this with solder onto it, it's not going to work very well. So we're going to get rid of that, just put it away. You could use it for later. Then we've got this pliers right here with a rubber band at the end to hold that tight with this. Like I said, the flat side is the negative side. The positive side is the one on the top. That's right here. And first thing to do is, so that you don't forget this, is take your heat shrink, slip it on, pull it all the way to the end as far as you can from there, kind of put it right in that crease at the end, and make sure you get your wires laid out and figured out on which side you're going to solder, so that you know which is your plus and minus, at which it's labeled on here. And there's little dimples right there on the connector, on the little metal piece right there, so that it's a little bit harder to mess up on where you're supposed to put it. Just wait for the camera to focus. Should get it. Let's see. Takes a little bit. So just like that. And to hold the wire, it's kind of nice just to have like a pliers, just like this. And to hold it, this does not have a cutting piece on it, so this is safe to use. And this is going to allow you, so when you hold it like that, when you're going to finish the solder, that it doesn't burn you, so you don't let go. So first thing you're going to want to do is tin the tip. So you're going to want to heat the solder up right here, or just heat the metal up if there's no solder on there. And just wait till that turns silver. So just going to let it heat up. Takes just a little bit. And now it's starting to melt. So now we can add some of our own solder. Hold it there. Wait for it to go in there. Now the tip is tinned. Now these are the little dimples I'm talking about. The connector is the ones with the dimples on the raised dimple with the rounded side is the side you're going to want to tin. So now we're going to want to tin the connector. So I'm going to hold it right here, feed it right onto there. It's going to bubble on the soldering iron. Once that gets hot enough, it's going to fuse on there. Don't want to hold it too long. Redo that. Hold it there. Feed it on. And you see a little reservoir goes on there, nice and just like a little bubble. Once that's happened, now you can take your pliers and hold this wire right here. First you're going to want to heat this up right here, and heat the top up also. And you're going to wait for both of those to fuse together. So once that's done like that, feed a little bit of solder right in between it and the connector. And then you're going to want to hold that and let go. If you move it, you could have a bad solder, so try to hold as still as possible, just like this. Okay, so once you know that, now you can just take a sponge, kind of cool that off, because it's pretty hot. And when you look at it, it should look like it's been fused. And there's this little gap right there, but that doesn't mean anything to us. What means a lot to us is that's really fused onto there. And if you give it a tug, a really good tug, that's not going to do anything. Also make sure that the connector's not melted, that it's not disformed at the top or anything, or the plastic hasn't melted, because if you've melted the plastic, you got to use another connector. So then the next step is to slide the heat shrink all the way up, just like so. And then you're going to get it all the way up as high as it will go. And then you're going to want to take your lighter, and you're going to want to just move it back and forth really quickly until the heat shrink is totally around there. Do it really quickly so it doesn't melt the connector. Once that's done, that's what it looks like. And just to give it a quick check, give a nice pull on it, and if nothing happens and you see that your solder joints are nice and good, are all good, that means that you got a good solder. And that's how you solder on ESC wires to an ESC. And then to check it, we can hook up a battery to the ESC. And then we don't have a motor on it, so if we really want to test it, you can also hook up a motor, just like so. It doesn't matter which plug is going where. And then to check that you've got a good connection and everything. That's how it should look. And that should go on nice and smoothly. When you wiggle the wires, it shouldn't restart the ESC or anything. So that means that we have a good connection. So yeah, that's how you do a solder job on your own ESC. And I'd recommend, if it's your first time, probably having somebody that knows what they're doing by your side, just in case something happens. And that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and keep up to date with more how-to and more videos in general. Thanks a lot, guys. This is Jordan, and I'm signing out. Bye.